So before we start digging deep in bug reporting heuristics, let's talk a bit about some other stuff we have to know in order to understand these ideas, the ideas behind the heuristics. So let's talk first about quality. According to Gerald Weinberg, quality is value to some person. What does this mean? This means first that, and most importantly, that quality is highly subjective. This means that for each and every person in the application lifecycle, the quality will be a certain thing. For tester it will be a certain thing, for developer it will be a certain thing, and for other stakeholders, for each one of them, quality will be different. Therefore, what can be described as a bug or as a potential issue? It can be described as anything that reduces value, that reduces the quality. This means that a bug report can describe a problem that is perceived as serious as one person and trivial by another, and both of them can be quite right. Taking all this in account, what is then the effective bug reporting? Effective bug reporting means that we, as tester, are able to communicate effectively with human decision makers. They are able to understand the bug reports they are reading and bugs implications. This means that our job is to effectively communicate, to talk or to write effectively. Therefore, the best tester isn't the one who finds the most bugs or even the one who embarrasses the most programmers, but the one who gets the right bugs fixed. This is our job. Our job is to provide information. If you remember from the Essentials of Testing course, what is the job of a tester? The job of a tester is to provide information. A part of this information is inside of the bug report. So how to get the right bugs fixed? First, we have to understand how important this bug is. We talked a lot about finding bugs in other courses, so we are not going to deal with it right now. After that, we have to motivate the buyer, the one who is getting this bug report. Essentially, this means that when we are reporting a bug and we are hoping for a bug to be fixed, we are buying time from the developer. The developer has his time. He has certain amount of time to deal with new implementations. And we are buying off part of this time anytime we report a bug. Therefore, when we report some silly, stupid bug or some quite easy bug or maybe not so important or not critical, maybe we should stop and think about it and think that the developer will be reading this bug, he will be spending his time, and do we really want to buy that time from him, or we want to buy time for more serious stuff? And another part of getting these bugs fixed is overcoming the objections. It's quite common to say, to get a reply from the developer that says, well, it works on my machine, I don't see it so critical, it's not an issue, it's by design or similar stuff, or I cannot reproduce, whatever. So we can divide the bug reporting in two parts. The technical quality of the report, writing stuff so they can be easily understandable by all stakeholders, not only developers. And also in this technical quality of the report, we can introduce the part of the motivation for the buyer, for the developer. And another part is reporter's credibility and influence. This means that we as tester have some credibility, and credibility needs to be built and maintained. It is something that needs lots of time to be built, but only one slip and we can lose all our credibility and also our influence. Any decision around bugs involves a series of decisions made under time pressure with incomplete information and incomplete knowledge of consequences. Therefore, if we do not write good bug reports, we are just adding to these problems of time pressure, of incomplete information or knowledge of consequences. Our bug reports on the technical quality of the report part needs to provide as complete information as possible about the bug, and we have to give some assessment on possible consequences of this bug. The decisions taken on the bug reports are influenced by the available information, we already talked about that, about models other people have, and their expectations and biases. So therefore, the bug report needs to add clear information and relate to stakeholders' models and expectations. We have to know who stakeholders are. If you remember from our other courses, when we talk about kit tested, about the project context, we have to know who are stakeholders, who are the users, who are the end users, and who are the users of our testing effort. What models do they have? What do they expect from the testing? This will help us provide better bug reports. So what about the biases? These are quite important in taking decisions around bugs. And I will go just very short on this part because we will deal with this much more in the other course, in the long-running course. So the main sources of bias are preferred result, perceived probability, expected consequences, and perceived importance. If we want to influence other people, influence our team, or influence developers or stakeholders in order to get the bug fixed, we have to make an equilibrium between influencing them to get this bug fixed, and of course we cannot lie. We have to take care of our credibility and our influence.